Okay, everyone, I think I'm on live. I had some issues with my Wi-Fi. Something's wrong with my iPad. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys updates on the Hollis project. So with the Hollis project right now, you guys saw the picture this morning of the station house. That's up. Those were the old pictures from 19 something. It was way the station got burned down in 1967. The station house. But what I wanted to show you guys was what the project looked like. So that was the station house. And the good news is tomorrow there's a meeting at the railroad. So hopefully I'm going to get some answers on the railroad side for tomorrow. Many people have watched the documentary and have shared their comments. So again, if you guys have any suggestions on anything, just let me know, or you can come to the meeting tomorrow to share those suggestions. And also, I was at the big open house today. I was very busy. Good news. I spoke with the staff. I also spoke with the Congresswoman, AOC, who runs the 14th Congressional District. And the good news is they're going to fund they're interested in the Elmhurst LIRR station, the rebuilding and reopening of the station. So that's some good news for people who live in the district and people who might want to travel. So again, I spoke to the chief of staff, and I spoke to the congresswoman. So they are going to get a letter out there of support for the project. So that's the good news. And Passengers United will be there supporting the project and getting it going. We're going to make sure the project gets done. Now, there's some bad news on the Hollis project. Someone joined me. Hello. I don't know who it is. Uh, yeah, can you tell me, is the Wi-Fi choppy? Can you hear me properly on the live stream? Just let me know. Okay, someone went off the air. All right, someone came on and went off. Yeah, I just want to know if my Wi-Fi is breaking up or what. Um, oh, Andy. Hey, Andy, what's going on? Uh, I don't know when it's going to be built, obviously, because we just discussed it and they're going to put a letter of intent. But what I can tell you from the Long Island Railroad side is they told me right now they're not interested in the station. But you know what? I told the people there, I said, put the request in because it's their district. Their constituents have a right to ride public transportation. And as you all know, the E, the F, the subways are unreliable. So you know what? The railroad needs if the railroad can spend money on Mets Willets Point for an air train to LaGuardia, which to me is just a waste of money, okay? They can build the Elmhurst, they can open up the Elmhurst station. There's too many stupid things going on at the Long Island Railroad right now. And again, tomorrow's the big meeting. Um, huh? No, the railroad doesn't go anywhere near the Queen Center Mall. But Elmhurst is close to the Queen Center Mall. I mean, it's about probably a 15 to 20-minute walk from the mall. Um, so it's right there. But those people they should be able to access the Port Washington branch. So again, for those of you who don't know where the Elmhurst station is, it's right by Broadway, by the train trestle. It's about 5 minutes from Elmhurst Hospital. So they need to open up that station. That station needs to be open. And actually, the Long Island Railroad did a survey about it. So, they did a survey and then everything just died. They had this big press conference and nothing happened. So, again, AOC is interested in the project, very excited about that. And she obviously cares about the passengers and she wants to see people get a fast ride to Manhattan. Also, we talked about the Bronx projects. Now, again, that project's a little more complicated because if Metro North is coming, over the Hell's Gate Bridge, there should be a station in Woodside connecting to people close to LaGuardia Airport. Again, so people coming from the Bronx can just take Metro North and they can get off either in Astoria or Woodside and go right to LaGuardia Airport. So that's being looked at. Also, I spoke to State Senator Jessica Ramos. So the good news is the Q60 bus. Hello, whoever the second person is. I just see two there. I don't know who it is, so just let me know who you are and hey, what's going on, man? What's good? I got good news. I was at the AOC open house. So it looks like the funding stream is going to come through. So the update again, just for and now we got three people on the air. That must be Matt. So the update is I was at the AOC open house at Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, the congresswoman for the 14th congressional district. I was a dedicated volunteer, and we did a lot of work to get her elected. So the good news is I spoke to AOC directly. She's definitely in support of the project, but I spoke to a chief of staff who does all the office work, and they have already told me that I can get a letter of support. So that's the good news. So they're interested in the project. It and again, with projects like this, it takes 3 years, 3 to 4 years, because by the time it goes through the budget, by the time they get the funding, and by the time the railroad accepts it and all that stuff, it's probably 3 or 4 years down the line at the latest. But the good news is Elmhurst, Long Island Railroad Station by Elmhurst Hospital should be opened up. Again, if you guys have any comments or anything to say, let me know now, and I can discuss it on the chat. Uh, but I think it's very good for the people in the community to have a live, train station there, because right now the only option for people in Elmhurst is the subway. Uh, Well, everything you have to understand, everything is money. I mean, even yeah, so again, Andy, you're right. Yeah, that's going to help people on the 7 line, and it'll be a big relief for them because even with the CBTC, the 7 line's unreliable. The Queens Boulevard line breaks down. Yeah, exactly. And I spoke to the officials of the Long Island Railroad already about the Elmhurst station. Yeah, the 7 line is falling apart. So anyway, the people at the railroad, basically the Long Island Railroad's issue is right now they don't want to fund any new stations. They just want to focus on the old stations and rebuild them up. Okay, that makes sense. But the governor is jamming down the stupid project. Yes, we did discuss that actually. I'm going to get into that in a second. So here's the thing. So they want to fix all the old stations, but they want to open up the Metropolitan Points thing for the air train to LaGuardia. And to me, that's just going to add more strain on the Port Washington branch. What they really should do is they should just extend. I think maybe they should just run a tunnel and the second line. I'm going to get into all that later, Andy, with congestion. Give me a few minutes. So, yeah, so it is unreliable. You guys are right. So again, the railroad stance right now on the Elmhurst station is they don't want to do it. But they told me that they did a survey and they surveyed people and they had a lot of support for the project. So at least if Passengers United can bring the project back in the meantime and AOC can work on getting the funding done, by the time they get the funding through Washington, hopefully the station will be ready for the Long Island Railroad. The funding will be there for them to build, maybe 2 years down the line. So at least that's the hope of that project. So now, I want to talk about what you call it, the Penn Station Access Project. We did talk about that. Yeah, well, actually, that's Congresswoman Maloney's district. Again in Woodside, Long Island City. That station is actually getting done. I think that project will get passed. That's not AOC's district. That's Maloney, Congresswoman Maloney's district. And yes, they do need a station there. But here's where Penn Station access falls into play. Because the people right now coming from the Bronx and they're going over the new Hell's Gate Bridge, via Metro North. Metro North is not going to stop in Woodside or Astoria. It's going to go straight from the Bronx into Penn Station. And there needs to be a station, at least there should be one or two stations in Queens. I think that there should be a station over the N train, which is in AOC's district, and probably there should be a station closest to the airport. Yeah, I'm going to get into that in a second about the CUNY Pass. So we discussed that the staff seems very open to that, but you guys have to understand the staff right now, they're just settling in because there's been so much going on with the government shutdown, with all the bills going on, and President Trump is going crazy all over the place with Trump. Uh, so again, there's just so many things going on in Washington right now. But I will say that they're very open to improving things. We talked about the Q32 and Q60 overnight bus service. And again, Jessica Ramos, State Senator Jessica Ramos is behind it. So I'm very excited, and AOC's people are behind it too. So that's two elected officials who are behind night service. So now I'm going to work with those elected officials to get the service, added. And I think having overnight service on the Q32 is a win-win for people. And that could probably be done by the September pick. So right now I see there's like four people on the air. So for all of you guys, I just want to tell you some good news again for those of you joining. Uh, okay, I don't know what's going on with my live stream. Am I breaking up, guys? Can you hear me? I hope I'm not breaking up. Let me know. Okay, I think I'm breaking up, guys. I think I'm breaking up. Oh, let me see. Can you guys hear me? I'm sorry, guys. This NYU is just a pain in the neck. The video breaks down. Okay, can you guys hear me? Hello? Let me know if you guys can hear. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Hey, MK Prodigy, can you hear me? I'm sorry, I'm having some technical issues. Matt, can you hear me? Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I had some technical issues. Hey, good news, MT Prodigy. I have very good news. AOC is going to support the Alexandria Ocasio Cortez is going to support the Elmhurst, Long Island Railroad Station reopening. That's the good news. So again, I hope I'm on live. I don't know if this thing is working. Just let me know if y'all can hear me, guys, in the text message on the side. Because I'm sorry, I'm in NYU and the Wi Fi stream here, they're doing construction in this building and the Wi Fi stream is all messed up. Can you just send on the side if y'all can put a message? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I'm assuming. I see three people, but I don't know if my Wi Fi stream's working. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I should do this from my house in my basement because my Wi Fi in my basement's much, much better. Oh, MT Prodigy, I need to talk to you because tomorrow's the Long Island Railroad meeting. I need to brief you on what's going on with the Hollis station. If you go to my Twitter feed, you'll see pictures of the old station house that was burned down in 1967. So you remember where we were by the cement area? They're building a new. I'm sorry, that's where the old station house was in 1967. Um, so again, it's very, very important that the railroad can build a station house. Yeah, well, okay, on the Elmhurst Long Island Railroad project, that's some good news. AOC is going to do that, and Passengers United is going to work with them to help them. Again, the staff was very excited. Yeah, I know. AOC is trying. They told me that they've been so busy because they're trying to get, there's so much going on. And, they're getting thousands and thousands of requests coming into that office. I mean, they're getting letters from all over the country in other congressional districts. So you guys have to understand that AOC is trying. I mean, those people are working like 14-hour days. I mean, it's tiring for them. And, going back and forth. But again, yeah, well, I'm very angry with Trump right now, and you know what? Trump is disgusting. Okay, now look at the whole thing with Penn Station and the access project, the Hudson River tunnels. Yeah, you know what? Everyone should be angry with what's going on with the Hudson River tunnels right now. So just because he's angry with Governor Cuomo and he's angry with New York and Democrats, he's going to screw us over because of, he doesn't want to fund the tunnel, but he wants to fund a wall. And again, what's the wall going to do? People can build a tunnel under a wall. Yeah, again, Amtrak is a mess. Okay, Amtrak's a national disgrace. And I actually spoke to Ocasio's chief of staff about Amtrak. The whole thing is a disgrace. Amtrak is a disaster. And what happens if the Hudson River Tunnels closes? I mean, we're screwed. Like Matt Camper said on a tweet earlier, he's upset about it. Matt's upset about it. I mean, it's devastating to people in the economy. And again, just let me know, guys, if I'm going in and out signal wise. Okay, if y'all can't hear me or something, I might have to put my phone stream and use my phone stream on. So I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. I'm sure you would. And you know what the messed up part is? Trump talks about he's building things, he knows how to build things. He's done jack shit. Yeah, he's done nothing for the country, nothing with infrastructure, nothing, nothing. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on with people, man. I mean, common sense. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? If Joe Biden becomes our president, Joe will get anything done. Joe loves Amtrak. I think he also loves New York City Transit too, so we'd be in good hands. But guys, just to let you guys know, we got serious budget cuts coming down the pike. Serious budget cuts coming. And I'm hearing from sources that if congestion pricing doesn't get passed in Albany, we're screwed. We're gonna have the biggest fare hikes ever, service cuts. Yeah, Biden's a good candidate, but right now I don't think Biden's running for president. I think it's oh God, I'm having a memory drain right now. Bernie Sanders is running for president. So definitely I'm excited about Bernie. Yeah, and this is the stupid thing I cannot understand about elected officials. You see, everyone plays games in Albany. They don't want to get anything done. So let me fill you guys in on what's going on with the Hollis project. Oh, thank you, Andy. He's making the announcement. Joe Biden. Wow. All right, I'll keep tuned for that. So, yeah, well, you know what? Everyone's trying. Everyone's trying. I've met with Jessica several times. Jessica's going to be riding the subway with me for the homeless outreach night. She wants to see the craziness on the E and F trains. So, again, there's a lot of stuff going on. And I spoke to AOC staff about the homeless, about people getting attacked on the subway. They know all about it. So again, they're fully aware of what's going on. They were, concerned about me being assaulted on the train in December. So yeah, I know. I mean, we can talk about who's bad and who's worse. I mean, I don't want to get into that right now. See, we need to keep our eyes focused on the prize. And again, we need to get the Hollis station rebuilt. We need to get the Elmhurst station reopened. We need to focus on getting the East River tunnels and the Hudson River tunnels built again. Okay, so there's like three or four big mega projects that we need to get our elected officials on board. See, the elected officials like to divide people like Trump and Cuomo. Yeah, I think that's being talked about right now. LaGuardia. There's already a station by LaGuardia College, Andy, the 7 train. They're not going to build anything else over there. You're talking about the railroad station, I'm assuming. That's probably going to be more towards Queens Boulevard, Queens Boulevard Bridge, and that's not in AOC's district. That's in, yeah, I know the railroad station. Yeah, that's in Congresswoman Maloney's district. Anything in Long Island City is in her district. Anything by McDonald's and Queens Boulevard. Oh yeah, we're still gonna work on the projects and everything. We're gonna get things going. We need to get the station built. Yeah, okay, so let me fill you in, MTA Prodigy, on what's going on. Um, well, here's the. Let me get. Okay, guys, for a few minutes, I want to fill you in on the Hollis station right now. So let me just focus on Hollis. So here's the bad news. The elected officials in Southeast Queens, Congressman Gregory Meeks, is playing games. Um, so is, what's his name? Danique Miller. He's playing games, Danique Miller. And the bad news is we have a spy. There's a person spying on us, and the elected officials are monitoring me in Southeast Queens. You know what? I don't care. Okay, you can monitor me all you want. You guys are a disgrace. They have. I've called so many offices and spoken to people on the phone. Number one, I'm outraged because on Community Board 12, they won't even let me come and talk to the board members about the Hollis Station or about the YouTube tour. I was basically told that members of the public are not allowed to attend a community board meeting. And I'm saying, what? I said, don't y'all have a public comments period? And the district manager said, no, it's up to the chairman to invite you. So I asked them, could I attend the transportation committee meeting and talk about the Hollis project for 3 minutes? They said no. Then I called Gregory Meek's office. I called the Washington office. I was on the phone with them for 15 minutes. And the guy tells me, oh, we don't deal with this in Washington. You have to call the Jamaica office. So I called the Jamaica office and I spoke to them on the phone. And the people in the Jamaica office were very rude. So what the people told me in the Jamaica office was basically the way they greeted me on the phone was, "What's your issue? What's your problem?" And I said, "What?" I'm saying to myself, "What? I'm a constituent. Okay, I pay taxes, and that's disrespectful to speak to a constituent like that." So I spoke to them. Yeah, they were giving me an attitude. So I spoke to them about the situation going on with the station and the video, the excellent video that MT Prodigy did. And the bad news is they told me they don't provide federal funding for railroad stations or anything railroad related. That's coming from Congressman Gregory Meeks. That's the 5th Congressional District, okay? And you know what I turned around and told their staff? That's BS. Okay, I said something like that's not true. I said other Congress people fund their districts. Why can they do South Jamaica? So obviously, there's some funny business going on. And then Danique Miller had a big meeting with him last week on Monday. The first thing he said to me was, "I'm watching you. I'm watching you." You know what? I can, it's stupidity. It really is stupidity. And I would make some comments on this YouTube video, but I want to be professional about the situation. Yeah, I'm not intimidated, but it's just annoying me now. And we have a spy that, again, I'm not going to, MT Prodigy, I sent you a message about the spy on your email, on your Twitter email. You can check it out. So again, I find out that one of the people that did the real video with us used to work for Danique Miller. And it's just weird. Like, there's a lot of funny stuff going on. So I had to block some people from Twitter because, again, you know what? If the elected officials want to spy, no, get your ass over to the Hollis station, look at the station, look at the video that MT Prodigy did, and rebuild the station. Forget about me. I'm a nobody, okay? They're watching me because they know I'm going to run for office. Because you know what? I'm fed up. As a constituent, I'm sick and tired of seeing projects and people getting passed over. Nothing's getting done in the community. People are being discriminated against. And it's not right. Thank you. I appreciate that. But again, it's just too much of nonsense going on. And again, all we're trying to do, MT Prodigy, he did so much for us. Now, again, have some, people need to respect what MTA Prodigy is doing. He did this professional video. He came into the community because he cared and he wanted to make a difference. And so did I. I want to make a difference and get something done positive. Okay, I don't care about what's going on with people, with the elected officials or anything. I'm just a constituent trying to get something done positive. So my issue with the elected officials is, listen, first of all, any elected official should be ashamed of themselves if they're making people be on the phone for 15 minutes, then they're passing you to another person, then another person. It just seems like it's complete chaos. And then with Leroy Comrie's office, when I call them, you won't believe this. The chief of staff of State Senator Leroy Comrie, who's on the Authorities and Commissions Committee, basically, he has not called me back. I've called him several times. I've left messages for him. So what I'm getting is the elected officials don't care. They just want to be rude. And because I'm working on the project, probably because I'm working on the project, maybe they have something against me. Again, I don't know what it is, okay? I don't care because I'm trying to get a project done. And if they're not going to do the project, believe me, I'll get into office and I'll get the project done. And I'll get it done quicker than they could, okay? Because again, they should be ashamed of themselves. And these are people who've been in office for, I don't know, Gregory Meeks has been in office now for like 15 years or something. I think 16 years he's been in office now. I mean, the guy, it's time. It's time. It's time for him to be voted out, okay? And I'm not saying that to be condescending. I'm saying that because people deserve to get things done. It's either a yes or a no answer to a constituent. If you don't want to work on the project, just be upfront and honest to the constituent and say, I'm sorry, we're not interested in the project. Keep it moving. But they just want to be rude, they want to be condescending, and we're secretly organizing to get things done in the district. Today's meeting that I had at AOC's office, yeah, you should run. And again, that would be great, Andy. Yeah, Ranimus, yeah. And actually, I want to talk to you about Queens Village buses. Uh, so I actually spoke to Nique Miller. No, no, well, Congress will. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was something else. Okay, so again, I'm a Democrat, as all of you know. I'm a Democrat. And the thing is, running for office, it's easier said than done. There's a lot of organizing that goes into it. And you have to run a club and you have to run a lot of activities. MT Prodigy, are you still there? Just let me know. Because I wanted you. Well, no, let me tell you, I've been criticized by a lot of people and I've been doing a lot of stuff. MT Prodigy, you there? Okay, I don't know if he's still online or I'm hoping he's on. Uh, okay, good, good. So you heard what I had to say, okay? I'm gonna do a nice video at home where there's no interruptions and give you guys an update on the Hollis project. And again, there's a lot of bad news with Hollis. There's lead paint. I spoke to a lawyer who told me that that is bad, the situation at Hollis. And I'm gonna discuss that tomorrow at the railroad meeting. I'll be there in Jamaica and I'm gonna have to face Elisa Pica. I'll have to look at her tomorrow. But again, I'll be there because again, things need to be accomplished. And the railroad seems interested. Yeah, the railroad wants to do the right thing, but again, it's politics, and I'll get in. I was going to discuss some other things with you guys. Some of the elected officials came up to me and said, why am I being bothered? I'm not an elected official. I shouldn't be doing this. It's their job to do it. All the stupid stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Who cares who does the project? As long as it gets done, okay? That's the goal. Everyone in the community should be active trying to get things done. Who cares who does what project? As long as it gets accomplished and done. See, this is where I'm. No, no, the meeting is in Jamaica tomorrow, guys. Jamaica Station. She told me, no, no, she admitted to me that she worked for Danique Miller. She said this to me when we were having coffee, and I knew something was up with her. I knew because, like, she was asking me all these questions at Dunkin' Donuts, and I had a feeling something was up. But I was trying to be very, and you know what? If she is, I mean, listen, I don't care. But again, I don't want to be involved. I'm not going to give these people an opportunity. If they want to spy on me, I'm going to make it very hard for them to do that. All right? You know what? Let them come to the Hollis Station. Let them come to these community events. They should be ashamed of themselves. Okay, to even for Danique Miller, City Councilman Danique Miller, to say he's watching me, that's disgraceful. Okay, and again, Queens Village. So let's talk about Queens Village buses because all of this ties into Queens Village Bus Depot. I'm very upset with ATU Local 1056 and Andy Randomus. If you're watching, Queens Village has been a disaster. There's buses breaking down all over the place. Yeah, I'm gonna give you the update now. So there's buses breaking down all over the place. Um, and today I heard there was a big issue with the Q27. They had a driver shortage. Some drivers were running very late because of Con Edison work on Springfield Boulevard, and the dispatchers were going crazy today. They're not. Unfortunately, I think the summer is going to be very bad for Queens Village. There's going to be a lot of breakdowns. I actually saw three breakdowns. And again, Andy, I'm sorry. The next time I see a breakdown, I'll try my best to stop and get the video. I'll get the video for you guys. But again, MTA Prodigy, if you're listening, I'm going to keep you updated. I'm going to be doing more videos. And again, I'm also going to be working on a petition for the Queens Village Hollis Station. We're getting that going. So right now with the Hollis project, I'm just going to assume that none of the elected officials care, and I'm working on Plan B now. And that's it. We're just moving ahead and doing what we have to do as a community. If the elected officials want to, be mean and, let them do whatever they want to do. Because guess what? Constituents are going to be calling their office, and so many people have seen the video. People came up to me and they said, "Thank you for doing the video." And I said, "I didn't do the video." I told people I didn't do the video. I told people that MT Prodigy did the video. I was actually MT Prodigy's guest, and then I decided to turn the project into something bigger because I feel like if we're going to be out in the community trying to do a project or trying to get something done, collectively we should turn it into something positive so we have an outcome. And that's my belief, like I don't believe in just doing something and then leaving it. If I'm going to start a project, I want to see it from beginning to end. So I think that the railroad will do something with the Hollis Station. The railroad is telling me it doesn't look like they're going to rebuild the whole station unless they get the funding. They need the funding. So if the congressman, let's say if Congressman Meeks comes through with the funding, it's done. They'll get the project done. And if the elected officials show support, they'll get the project done. But again, it's the elected officials don't care. So again, MT Prodigy, I'm gonna be keeping you updated on everything. And this is gonna be a very long process, unfortunately. There's no easy answers to this. I knew this going into this project that it would be controversial, and people at the Long Island Railroad told me that because there's a lot of poor people around the station, which to me is BS, okay? Hollis, around that Hollis station, you have a lot of well-to-do people. Okay, Hollis just has a bad reputation because it was bad in the 1980s. If you go to Hollis now, yeah, guys, I'll get to that in a few seconds. So, I'm sorry, I'm looking in the comments. So, again, MT Prodigy, if you're listening, it's very, very important that these projects get done, that, the community works behind them. So, again, going back to Andy, yeah, well, here's the thing. The railroad is interested in improving the lighting, so I think the railroad will do the right thing. But obviously, we need to look at the realities of the Hollis station. It's only 780 passengers per day, according to the MTA. I have a feeling it has to be 1,000 or more. I think they're lying about the ridership numbers. So again, I'm gonna try to do a better video with better YouTube Wi-Fi stream. Again, I'm sorry about the Wi-Fi connection, guys. That's why we need to get the station ready. Andy, so again with Queens Village, I don't know if Andy's still on, but Queens Village has been a mess. The buses have been breaking down. They need to get a lot of work done. Yeah, so they need a 12-car platform. That's the goal. That's what's going to get done. So what I'm going to try to do is create three different videos on Queens Village bus situation for Andy, because I know these live streams are very hard, guys, because the Wi-Fi is breaking up. Again, I apologize. That's my fault. I'll take full responsibility for that. Um, so I'm going to try to do a better video. You have to understand, guys, I'm using my iPad and I'm doing this live in NYU. So, oh, you know what I was gonna ask you guys? Would you guys like a video tour of NYU? Let me know. I don't think Hollis is gonna get a 12-car platform. I think the most they'll do is 6 or 7 cars or 8 cars. Um, because you have to understand right now, every station on the railroad's competing with money. And I mean, they can do cosmetic, they can do some. The westbound platform right now, the railroad's looking at fixing that first. Ridership is growing at Kew Gardens and Forest Hills. You're right about that. So the ridership is growing. Okay, guys, so I've been doing this video for 24 minutes now, and I think people are leaving because the stream's not working. So I'm going to try to do a YouTube video in my house where the Wi-Fi stream is better, so you guys, it doesn't break up, because I want to apologize to you guys, okay? Oh, Andy, you're back. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Is the video stream that bad, Andy? Oh, there's a time delay. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry about that, Andy. It's the Wi-Fi stream at NYU. Listen, guys, do you want me to do a tour of the NYU library so y'all can see what it looks like? Because I might do a tour, actually. Oh, okay, okay, Andy. Yeah, I might try to do I'll try to do a tour of the NYU library so y'all can see that too. Yeah, I know someone was asking me about that. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned about the Hollis of Queens Village Station. We're going to be doing another tour. I think this time I'm going to invite MT Prodigy. Yeah, all of us are going to go back to the station. I'm actually going to invite all of you. Yeah, yeah, everyone can come. And we're going to do a video stream. And this time I want to have the news media there. We really need to have a professional thing. I'm actually thinking about buying a microphone. Um, I right now, if we do the Hollis tour, I want to wait till we get more information from the railroad and the elected officials. And this time, I want to make sure that we can get the community board members and the electeds out, because again, we need to get them on camera. Like, I know I'm saying we don't need the electeds, but I want to invite people from Hollis community, because I notice when more people come, the better it is. One thing with MT Prodigy's video was we were able to interview two passengers. who gave us very important information about people sleeping under the platform. So again, that was good. I mean, we got a lot of feedback from people. Yeah, everyone can come for the project. Anyone, if people want to come on the Hollis Station tour, everyone's invited. Um, oh, you're not available on weekends? Okay, yeah, this time we might do it on a weekday because, again, a lot of people would prefer to come on a weekday. But what I want to do now is I want to do a survey, and I'm talking to a lawyer right now who deals with lead poisoning. So, again, the lawyer is going to come to the Hollis Station and look at this stuff. This is going to turn out to be it looks like this is going to be a 6 month or 7 month project now. This looks like it's going to be a project that's going to require some, work with the electeds and people. Okay, good, good. And actually, you're talking about the Q76. We're going to be doing the Auburndale station as well. Did you see the report from the city controller's office that I sent you guys? Look at that report from the city controller's office. It's a good report about the railroad stations. Okay, Andy, I'll send it to you. So just for your information, guys, the Long Island Railroad is getting money from the city controller's office. The city of New York is paying for each railroad station. You can come whenever we have the project, okay? Don't worry about it, Andy. You can just come. All right. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. But everyone's invited to come. And again, we're gonna have to do a follow-up video. Also, Queens Village is already falling apart. So I want to do a station tour on Queens Village. Your mom can come too. Everyone can come. You know what's really sad? Congresswoman, my own congressman, Gregory Meeks, can't do shit for me, and my elected officials won't even give me the time of day in Queens, where I live, in Southeast Queens. But Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio Cortez, her staff invited me to open house. Jessica talks to me, Jessica Ramos. I mean, the elected officials in other communities work so much better. I'm telling you. They really care about the people. But Gregory Meeks, he doesn't care. Danique Miller, he doesn't care. Again, none of these people care. All these elected officials are, I'm telling you, garbage. In Gregory Meeks is garbage. What's his name? Danique Miller. Okay, so on the Queens Village situation, Andy, I'm gonna have to look into what's going on tonight. I'll get some information from my friends who work on the buses, but it was a mess today. The dispatchers were going crazy. There was bus shortages today because of the breakdowns. Plus, they had Con Edison work going on in Springfield. Also, I forgot to tell you guys the other big news. We're working on a project to stop nice buses from coming into Queens. So again, I have so much of paperwork to do and organizing. Okay. Yeah, well, I've been busy because I'm trying to do so much right now. I have long days and stuff. So I have a lot of things to do. But again, I'm gonna keep all of you updated on what's going on with the projects and stuff. And actually, Andy and MTA Prodigy. Yeah, you guys could do the follow up videos, and we could do like a series together. But again, I don't want to throw things out there, so I'll talk to MTA Prodigy offline and see what he thinks. But again, we need to keep moving with these projects. And again, tomorrow I might live stream my thing with Elisa Pica and Philip Eng at the railroad tomorrow. I know Elisa Pica doesn't like me, I mean, listen, I'm a paying customer, and if Elisa Pica is uptight about some BS, I can't help Elisa Pica, so you know what she did to me, guys. You know what she did to me that Saturday, and that wasn't very professional, Elisa Pica. That was not nice, you know. So, yep, that's what she does to people. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so Queens Village, they might be doing construction because there's water damage. Yeah, that is true. Also, to go to your point, Andy, if Elisa Pica tomorrow tells me to hurry up, again, I'm not gonna get upset. I'm just gonna be very professional with her because obviously I think she's trying to pull my chain. She figures, let's see what gets him mad. Again, I'm gonna be very professional with Elisa Pica, okay? And again, let people see. No, no, I'm gonna tell Philip Eng that he needs to let her go. I'm gonna basically tell Philip Eng that there needs to be a change in the railroad in the vice presidential position, okay? And that's it. Because again, sometimes when you work in a position, yeah, but see the problem with the M9s, you have to understand the M9 trains cannot be put into service right away. They have to do testing on the M9s. And the problem with the M3s are the reason why they're breaking down is because the railroad doesn't do maintenance. Same thing with the M7s. They don't do maintenance at the railroad. The cars are dirty. The toilets are overflowing. Yeah, Metro North is much better. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Andy, I know the M9's coming in December. Oh no. Well, the good news, guys, on nice buses, they might not be coming into Queens. I'm telling you now, if I ever get elected as congressman or state senator or state assembly, nice bus will not be coming into Queens. They should not be in Queens. The 105th precinct is having issues with them. Yeah, hopefully the M9s will be in service by April. I have a feeling the M9s will probably be in service after Easter. Probably after Easter, they'll put them into service. I think they don't want to put them in service right now because the weather's cold and they want to just test them out for the summer. But again, I'll ask Philip Eng tomorrow about it if I can. I don't know. So, and, but guys, just be careful of what we're posting online because again, I'm sure Elisa Peker and the other spies from the elected officials' offices are monitoring us. Yeah, okay, so the situation is a lot of nice buses are running red lights. Nice bus is running red lights in Queens. At 2 o'clock in the morning, when they come over the Nassau borderline, they're just speeding down Hempstead. I mean, they're doing like 40 miles an hour. They're just coming down full speed, full speed. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's very unsafe. A lot of Queens Village bus drivers are complaining, and again, I'm doing, yeah, on the N6. Unfortunately, on the N6, it's crazy. Everyone's just doing whatever they want, and it's a problem. It's a concern because if there's an accident, God forbid, and already Nice Bus has already killed 3 people. 3 people have died in Queens. There's been 3 high-profile accidents. One bus crashed on Francis Lewis Boulevard. Another bus killed a woman on 165th Street, and then there was another crash on. Yeah, I saw that video. I'm sorry, I didn't comment on the breakdown video. I'll do it tonight. So again, you guys, I think for this year's Passengers United Award, I'm gonna have an award ceremony, and I think I'm gonna give Pine Power Li an award for doing his investigation on Nice Bus. I think he deserves something for the work that he's done. We'll give him a plaque or something. What was that? Yeah, there's a lot of traffic on Hillside, and it's just been a mess. But again, the elected officials have known about this. Yeah, Pine Power, let me tell you, when I saw that video with Ed Mangano, I think we all should honor Pine Powell Li. He was doing YouTube videos before Matt Camper came along, before I came along, before any of us came on the spot. I mean, he was doing videos in the dark days when no one cared about mass transit. Yeah, he did. He started the revolution. He did a lot of stuff. So, anyway, guys, this video is getting long, and I don't like to do long videos because it drains my voice. And I would like to focus on things like focus on projects and get things done. So I'm going to try to do a YouTube video that's short and simple that addresses concerns of the Hollis project. I'll do another video on the Elmhurst project and another video on Nice Bus. Okay, guys, so I'll talk to you